Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Yeah, this is the newest series that premiered just a few moments ago, and yeah, I'm recording this. Well, okay, a little bit late. I was watching something else, and then I realized, oh crap, it's She-Hulk night because normally these things premiere on Tuesdays into Wednesdays, and now it's Thursday. They've delayed it by a day, so whatever. Yeah, and I don't have the advance access that some people have. But that's okay. I'm still enjoying it on Disney Plus. If that doesn't give away what I thought of the show, well, I'll tell you a little bit more. Each of these episodes run usually roughly 30 minutes or so. This one's about 38 minutes, the first episode, and I think it's going to run for about 10 episodes, maybe. Not really sure. It's one season. Of course, like I said, premiered tonight here on the 18th, and so yeah, this is oh, he was green there for a second, like everything else. Uh, this stars Tatiana Maslany, as you might know her best from Orphan Black. She did a small, like a brief appearance on Parks and Rec way back when during the what do you call it? Well, during the Orphan Black time, and she was kind of they people noticed her and said, let's bring her into one of the most popular TV shows on Earth right now, and she did a small, like a couple episode arc as somebody. Was it Parks? Am I thinking of The Office? Crap. Either way, yeah, it's Tatiana Maslany. So yeah, I've been in love with her for a super long time, so it's it's great to see her part of the MCU, and she's knocking it out of the park as both Jennifer Walters, attorney at law, and She-Hulk, which isn't a name that's been given just yet here in the first episode. But we do get to see her break the fourth wall, which is something she's done consistently, especially during John Byrne's run back in the 80s or so. Was it the 80s or the 90s? Good grief, I forget how long it's been. But she would break the fourth wall and talk to the reader. In this case, she talks to the audience. Yes, it was a time long before Deadpool was doing it. I think I said that yesterday. But yeah, so she's going to be talking to us here and there, breaking through from the story. And I'm not going to tell you what's going on. I'm not going to tell you everything. Okay, I'm not going to spoil anything because honestly, it just premiered, and you should watch it. And you should only really watch me after you've watched this. I mean, come on. So, should I have used purple? I almost think I should have used purple. This green wash is working, but still, seems a bit obvious. So yeah, it's a. It stars her as Jennifer Walters, who happens to be Bruce Banner's cousin. We get to see Bruce show up. We see Mark Ruffalo play both regular Bruce and Smart Hulk throughout this. And for those of you who are just like, why isn't he big and scary and monsterish? Well, you know what? You know how tiring that would be? You could just honestly get any person to be grah. No offense to Lou Ferrigno, but still, you just you could do that, and that would just kind of be a waste of what Mark Ruffalo could bring to this. So, but it doesn't say that he couldn't get kind of monsterish at times at some point. You never know. We'll see. It doesn't happen in this episode. I'm not spoiling anything. So, but and I don't think I don't have any proof that it would happen. But let's just say you get to have some questions are answered, and actually a lot of questions are answered that people have discussed, fans about certain characters in the MCU. So it's a debate, and that answer is definitively answered in is definitively answered in the after credit sequence. There's the main credits for the graphics and everything else stay for a sequence right after that, before the black and white credits with the bigger cast and crew titles. There's a brief sequence. So I don't know. I think it takes place earlier in the show, but yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Stay till after the credits, and you'll get a neat little treat. Get a nice big treat. But if you don't know who She-Hulk is, in this case, it pretty much follows the same almost the same storyline. In the comics, she gets a blood transfusion from Bruce after an accident, or after the mob is trying to rub her out or something like that. I really haven't read the first book. Oh, do you want to read She-Hulk for free? Well, I don't know exactly. I should have checked which second it is, but if you want to read Savage She-Hulk #1 for free, this show will help you do that. So, there's a scene where Jennifer is in a hallway, the back of a bar, and she stops for a moment. And on the wall is a QR code. So, if you pause it, right when you see that QR code, hold your phone up to the TV, tap the little prompt that says open in your browser, and you can log in and you can get and download a free copy, digital copy of Savage She-Hulk 1. So you can see her origin. This is not the first time Marvel's done that. They've done that, I think, for a few other things. What was it? Moon Knight. They did a Moon Knight for a couple times too. Yeah. So maybe probably did it with Ms. Marvel, but it was just so many graphics and things everywhere. I kind of got distracted. So, but yeah, this is a comedy, by the way, since it has that kind of general 30-minute-ish runtime. This one I think is a little bit longer than most of the other episodes are going to be. I think, from what I've been told. But still, you get a nice half-hour comedy experience, and not the 45-minute, 50-minute drama that lawyer drama that you normally get. Better Call Saul just ended, and if you want good lawyer drama, let's just say that's the show you should be watching. It's not on Disney Plus. That's an AMC Plus thing. You want to be watching. It's connected to Breaking Bad. You want to watch Breaking Bad first, then Better Call Saul. If you want the drama, the lawyer drama, go for that. This is a lawyer comedy. So, yeah, she gets to do a little bit of lawyering, but mostly a lot of turning green and testing her limits. But like I said, she originally got it in a blood transfusion. This one's a little bit different, but yeah, Bruce is still to blame for her ability. So that's all I can really tell you. That's pretty much inferred in the trailers and everything else. It's not a big thing. It's not like she got it from Wakanda or aliens or whatever. It's just she's just green because of Bruce. So I can't. I don't want to say anything more. I told you about the QR code, and I told you about the after credits thing. Yeah. Jamila. Why can't I say her name? Jamila Jamil. Yeah, Jamila Jamil from The Good Place is in this, and she's fantastic. But you'll see more of her later in this season. She only has a very small scene in this one, and of course we're going to see tons and tons of guest stars throughout this. The trailers have hinted at a number of people, including the Abomination, played by Tim Roth, and Charlie Cox's Daredevil, because hey, he's a lawyer. And there's lots and lots to come. Plus, lots of probably some deep cut heroes and villains that we'll probably see for the very first time, and make comic book sales for those first appearance issues go through the roof. So, yeah, we'll see. I highly recommend it. It's just, I'm a big Marvel fan, and for this kind of thing, why? Of course I'm going to watch this. Of course I'm going to watch every single episode. I'm going to watch it again on Friday with my friends, and we watch new stuff every week. So, yeah. But here I had to see it before anything got spoiled. And hopefully I haven't spoiled too much for you, and you can still enjoy it if you happen to watch this for some reason before you watch that. If you trust my judgment, that's great. I appreciate that you come to me for advice. But I mean, if you're a Marvel fan and honestly not a huge misogynist, I'm pretty sure you'll like this film, this series. Yeah. So I'm sure by the way, there's going to be some really, just for the most part, there's going to be some super angry trolley type guys in existence that just in our general reality, they're going to poop all over this, which is to be expected. But we do not have to listen to any single one of them. They're just horrible people at their core, right? So anyway, let's see if I can throw anybody. No, I'm not going to spoil anybody else. A lot of these people, their names show up on IMDb, but without character names. So there's some teases to come. So anyway, I'm going to post this one up a little bit earlier in the day than I normally do, but you already know that because you're watching it. So probably before my normal launch time. Is there anything else? I love you, Tatiana. It's good to see you back again, and hopefully maybe this will make people watch Orphan Black. You can't be a misogynist. Uh, He-Man Woman Haters Club. You can't be part of that to watch if you want to watch Orphan Black or this show. Seriously, but yeah, it's funny. It is actually funny. You get to see a little bit of Space's story, character stuff filled in, not just for Jen, who's a new character, but for Bruce. You get to see a lot of stuff. You get to understand what he's doing, where he's been, and what's going on with him. And yes, one of the things I'm going to close this before I accidentally hit the number. One of the things I really appreciate about this is the fact that I was kind of afraid about the digital look, because the trailers didn't completely give me a 100% good feeling about the way the Hulks looked. Now, I watched this on my computer monitor, which is a really nice 144 hertz, just really good. It's not a 4K monitor, but it's a really good monitor, and it looks great. So it looks great in high definition. Your mileage may vary if you have, depending on the type of TV you watch it on, but to me, both Bruce and Jennifer, Hulk and She-Hulk, both look great. I can't even think of a scene specifically where their animation looked bad. Everything. There was a real physical contact between the two of them, even when they were different sizes, like when she's just Jen. The scale of everything is perfect. And you're going to see Bruce's lab in this, and you're going to notice that when she's in this, she looks super tiny. It's not because, yes, Tatiana is a fairly petite woman, but also the fact that because he's the Hulk, the countertops all have to be brought up to a higher level that he can use them without having to bend over all the time. It makes total sense. You're going to wonder why does she look so tiny? Yes, she's small, but also it's the way the set design was thoughtful enough to go, you know what, we can't make all this normal human sized. It's got to be Hulk sized, and that's kind of great. That's what I like about this. There's lots of little details in this that I appreciate, and like I said, the CGI, the digital effects on the characters, I think they take a lot more care than some movies have in the past or TV shows have in the past when it comes to the physical face capture. And just making it look natural and not just like a plastic sheen over the actor's face in a sense, which we've seen that in the past. I think they take more time with that than they do with other more superhero-y type stuff, which is good. I mean, we can suspend disbelief when they're leaping over things or throwing rocks or whatever, but not so much when you're looking at a human face and it looks dead. And that is not the case here. Even this, she looks great here, but I think it looks even better when she's in motion. Maybe later episodes might be different. I really don't know, because a lot of these things are done by different groups, different design people and programmers and everybody else, and sometimes things differ. But I think they worked hard on this one to really make sure they just didn't poop it out there. Like, they never do that. They don't. Nobody goes to work and says, you know what, I think we're just going to poop this out here because it's Marvel and nobody's going to see it, right? No, they do their best work, and I know a lot of them are under a lot of stress, a ton of pressure to get stuff done. There's been a little bit of controversy over that kind of stuff, especially when it comes to stuff at Disney, Marvel, and things like that. But hopefully that will change. Let's support those who do these things. But I have to say that I think they did a great job with the digital effects, and I'd say don't be super picky on this, but I think you won't have to be like, oh, I didn't really, that seemed fake. Well, you know what? You're looking at two giant green people, so okay, suspend your disbelief for a little bit, okay? Just have fun with it. And honestly, you can have fun with this series, and that's the great thing about it. So yeah, I mean, while there's a lot of deep, dark, serious stuff in the Marvel Universe, this is a nice breath of fresh air. So give it a shot. Because, by the way, after this, I think Secret Invasion is next, and that's dark. I've seen footage of that at Comic-Con. That's Nick Fury stuff with the Skrulls and things. That is some dark stuff. So, yeah. But it looks fantastic. It looks really intense. This, have fun. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
60.
60. 60. Well, hey, here's a superhero in her own right who has a chance to, who's changed lives. She's changed the lives of humans and animals alike. And she's unfortunately gone already from this world, but we can still have fun with her with this icon. We're going to be watching Betty White Goes Wild. Yeah, Betty White Goes Wild. Yeah, not the kind of, wild you might be thinking of, that girl's gone wild stuff. Yeah, no. She loves taking care of animals, and that's what a lot of her life mission was, other than being an actress. So, yeah, let's watch tomorrow Betty White Goes Wild on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.